What's up, y'all? It's your boy D White. As we get closer to vacation time, summertime, spring break, all that kind of stuff, I know a lot of you are working really hard to try to make sure you're in tip-top shape. You're kind of peaking around that time. I have a short checklist that applies to pretty much everybody who's either trying to lose weight or just trying to get leaner for your beach time. All right, and it's very simple in concept, but as with most stuff, the implementation is obviously going to be more difficult. All right, so you have your basic concepts or your basic checklist, and you can write these down. It's very, very simple to remember, but you can write it down just in case you forget something. All right, number one is obviously your nutrition. All right, your nutrition has got to be right, because you could lose weight and technically get leaner just by virtue of fat loss, by fixing your diet only. But you need to be in a small calorie deficit. Not too much of a calorie deficit, but somewhat of a small calorie deficit. Now, if you do cardio on some days versus lifting weight on some days, your calorie intake may need to change on those days based on how many calories that you burn. Now, if you work out with me, you're going to burn a lot of calories every day, so it's not going to change that dramatically. There may be 150 calories difference between, weightlifting and cardio days, so it's not going to be a big deal. All right, number two is obviously your workout regimen. You want that to be consistent. You want to be consistently working out, getting your hours in every week. I say if you're really, really going hard trying to get lean, I say 7 to 9 hours a week total. So if you're going to do 2 a days, maybe 2 or 3 a day where you lift weights in the morning and do a little cardio in the evening. And if you're doing 2 a days, you want to make sure you cut back. You don't want 2, breakneck workouts in the same day of either sort. You want to dial it back a little bit, just get more time working out. So 7 to 9 hours in a week, and make sure you keep 1 day off to let your body recover. 1.5 to 2 days off in a week if you're doing that many hours, to give your body and your central nervous system a chance to recover. All right. Number 3 is rest. All right. You got to make sure you're resting if you want to get leaner. If you're doing all this work, but you're not resting, you're not giving your body ample time to recover. And that's when your results are made, not in the gym, but in a recovery period where your body's adapting to the stress that you've put it under. So if you're not resting, you're not building. You're not getting leaner. Your body's not recovering properly. So it's going to start to store and hold on to everything that it can, because you're not getting enough rest for it to shut itself down and start the repairing process. All right. Number 4 is stress. All right. So you got to have the stress. You've got to find a way to de-stress yourself. All right. Stop worrying about stuff that you can't change, because obviously if you could change it, you would have changed it already. And if you haven't, then change it and stop stressing about it. And keep in mind that any one of these can derail your progress. All right. You can do everything right, fail at nutrition, fail. You can do everything right, fail at stress, fail. Do everything right, fail at your resting, fail. All right. You got to have a good equilibrium of all these things going for you. And then obviously you got to have consistency in all areas. I mentioned that in regards to your exercise, but really you have to have that in all areas. And keep in mind, like when I'm referring to rest, like if you're a type of person where you have a very hectic schedule during the week, take Saturday morning or Sunday, go to bed early. Don't be trying to hang out on the weekends. Go to bed early. Get you like 10, 12 hours of sleep. That's time for your body to make up for the lack of sleep that you got during the week. And I do that occasionally. Like Saturday, I don't hang out. I don't do all that stuff. I'll go to bed at like 9, 10 o'clock, wake up at like 9, 10 o'clock next, get 12 hours, and it does wonders for my body in terms of recovery and repair and replenishment. And then I enter the next week, do the same thing on Sunday night, go to bed fairly early, get up feeling refreshed on Monday morning, ready to go. It's Monday morning right now, I feel good. And so it's a very simple checklist. All right, your nutrition, obviously, your exercise, your rest, your stress, and your consistency. If you can keep all those things in order and do your best at those things to keep them from varying too much, all right? You want a certain range and a limit, obviously, that you want to keep under control. You want to avoid big weight fluctuations, all right, which is going to be done with all of these things. All of these things are going to contribute to keeping your weight consistent and consistently dropping. All right, you don't want to lose 3 pounds one week and then gain 1 the next week and then lose 3 more. No, you want to be consistently losing, you know, a pound and a half, maybe 2 pounds in a week. If you haven't been doing anything, maybe 3 pounds or something like that for your first, you know, 3, 4 pounds, maybe if it's a lot of water weight in your first couple weeks. But don't expect that to continue, and don't binge diet. Whatever you do, it needs to be consistent. Your eating patterns need to be consistent. The time of day that you eat, the type of things that you eat, you need to be more consistent. All right, don't have to have gourmet meals of different types every day unless you have a complete meal program being prepared for you by a chef. That is different. All right, if you're trying to make it at home, keep your meals consistent. Get your oats, your fiber in the morning. You want to make sure you definitely get your protein in, and don't go for the low fat stuff. All right, fat is not bad for you as long as it's natural fats. All right, so write that down, stick it on your fridge, set your goals, and let's get ready for summertime, man. You know, I'm putting on my bathing suit too. You know, I'm trying to get my beach body right too, man. So anyway, D White, picture me rolling. Holla at y'all later. Peace.